fame is number one desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got change to throw, I don't care about no goal. Better, so much better, flipping incredible. Oh.
All right, hello and welcome to UNIQ XPRESSIONS Podcast. I am your host, Destinee Jae. I have my lovely participants here. Also, my handsome guest here also. What we are doing tonight is we are continuing our talk from the last show, which was about Women's Month. It is the Battle of the Sexes, and I wanted to do a women's Q&A session where we just talk about women's issues, things on our hearts, things we want to change, what we see for our future, what we can do to impact other women and just, make the world better, because that's what women do. So I would like to say hello to all my lovely women, and I'm going to just do a continuation, everybody wave. And also we have Marielle here, and what Marielle's going to do is at the end of us talking, he is going to ask a question or some questions that men always wanted to know. I can't wait to hear what these questions are going to be, or just what he wants to know about women, or what he thought about what we talked about, how we think, and we could change anything or make anything better. So let's get started. Guys, as usual, I have a lot of questions and paperwork, and I can't wait to hear these answers. So ladies, just join in when you feel. The first question from the continuation of last week's show is anybody here in relationships? Long distance, single? Okay.
Define relationship.
An entanglement. I used to say long distance, but it's still long distance, but I wouldn't call it a relationship.
It's an entanglement?
No,
relationship.
We've known each other for over 35 years. We graduated.
35 years?
We graduated high school together.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you, is that long distance, or are you living together? Or?
No, he lives in Virginia. I live in New York.
You live in New York. Yeah. So let me ask you, that's good. Let me ask you. Have your relationships, everyone's relationships here, have they become stronger or weaker in this COVID-19 pandemic? Has the pandemic affected you guys? Or?
Yeah, I feel like mine is affected. I'm sorry, Renee, go ahead.
How? I wouldn't.
Go ahead, T.
So me and my man, we started off in a long distance relationship. Then he ended up moving here to Atlanta, and he moved like right before the pandemic started. And yeah, it's tough. I feel like us being in the house in each other's space all day, every day, is hurting the relationship, unfortunately. Like, it's to the point where we're like, okay, one of us got to leave the house, whether you go to the gym, take the dog to the park, or like this weekend, he's going home for the weekend back to North Carolina.
Wow. Oh, y'all just like getting tired of each other, or?
Not necessarily tired. It's just hard being around someone all day, every day. I mean, we live in an apartment. I can see if he had a man cave downstairs, but it's not. But so many places you can go. You either here in living room or the bedroom.
Right, I get it. Wow,
it's tough.
That's
I'm a person who I enjoy my space. I like peace and quiet. I don't have to have the TV on all day.
Right.
I don't have to be listening to music all the time. I enjoy peace and quiet, and he is piped up beginning to end. So it's kind of hurting us. Like, we've had to figure out ways to make it through the pandemic together.
Wow.
So what do you do? Like, how do you guys spend like most of your time? Like, what does your day usually look like? Like, do y'all both work at home?
Yes.
Like,
right. So I work from home. He works overnight. He works the night shift. So he usually getting off as soon as I'm getting up for work. So he doesn't go to sleep right away. I'm like, Lord, go to sleep. Aren't you tired? You just got off. But every day isn't bad, but it does. It gets tough. I enjoy my space. I would love to, have the house to myself for a day.
I have more questions. I'm sorry, because it's like you said.
No, it's okay.
You started in a long distance relationship, so that's different too. Like,
yeah.
So I'm just curious how that even came about. Like, how did y'all meet?
Yeah, so we went to college together. we graduated college together in North Carolina. Once I graduated college, I moved to Atlanta, and he stayed in North Carolina. We didn't start dating until I graduated college. Back when I was already here. We met up at homecoming, had a one-night stand, and we were together ever since. So he was in North Carolina.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah, messed up during homecoming. And he ended up moving here. So, I went from living alone to living with someone and being stuck in the house with someone all day, every day.
So wait, when did he move?
That's a lot.
He moved.
He moved in, about a little over a year ago. He moved in.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's no joke.
So it was killing us at first. I'm like, Lord. I'm ready to go outside and risk it all. Just give me a mask.
Yeah, I get it. I can see how that can happen, though. Definitely. Renee, let me ask you. You say you're in a long distance relationship. Has it gotten better or worse?
It's neutral because all we do is talk over the phone. I haven't seen him since we graduated high school. And he found me on Facebook because he said he always wanted to know what I was up to. So he found me on Facebook, I want to say 2 years ago, and called me through Facebook. And I had to make sure that it was him before, I start talking to anybody, even though they have the same name. I just wanted to make sure it was him. And then it was on from there. He calls me every day.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I'm like,
are y'all exclusive?
No, he calls me every day. We talk.
Every day, though.
Every day.
You keep downplaying it like it ain't a
Why
thing.
he ain't came to see you yet? What's the problem?
I got questions.
Well, he works for himself and he has his own business and he works in Virginia. So he's trying to wait for himself to get a break before he comes back to New York. He's originally from New York.
Okay. I'm sorry, you said it. Where is he living now? I'm sorry, you said it.
Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, I have a question. Wait, I have another question.
Sure.
So, because it seems like, to me, it sounds like you friend zoned him from just the way you're talking about it. But my thing is, are you attracted to this man? Like, do you have any?
I was attracted to him. We were attracted to each other in high school. However, I was dating one of his friends and he was dating someone I knew. So we never had a relationship in high school. So.
Okay. So do you see a future with that?
Now?
Are you interested?
Yeah, I'm interested. I want to know, even though, I was married, I'm going through the divorce. He knows all that. He was married. I knew the woman he married, he graduated. She didn't graduate from high school with us, but he dated her in high school. And, he went through his life. I went through my life. I can see a future with him as soon as I see him. But I got
to say, he needs to come visit.
What's holding up that visit? Like, right. The homegirl said here, like.
Well, like I said, he works for himself, so he has a lot of jobs that he has to do. Yeah, he's busy. He has a lot of jobs. He does home improvements.
He can make time to come see you one weekend, Renee. Tell him to bring his ass.
Very true. Yeah, all he needs is himself and a mask.
Look, I'm like you, Tiana. I like my space right now.
Well, just a weekend. You can send them back. I can't send mine nowhere.
No, because once he comes, it's going to be a relationship from that point on. It's not going to be like sending him back to Virginia.
But as in, you think
right.
Once he comes,
when he comes to Virginia, he's going to stay in New York. He's not.
Oh, he's going to stay with you?
Yeah. For now, and then we'll move on somewhere else.
You got a big plan.
Trial first. He needs to come visit first before you just go from distance to move in. Didn't you just hear my story? I'm suffering over here.
Like, what's that?
Look, I've been alone for 13 years, and that was after me and my husband separated. So I enjoyed my space,
right?
And I'm still enjoying my space. Yeah,
exactly. That's a lot of space.
A lot of space with a lot of noise involved, but I get
it. I get it.
I right now I'm at the point where I'm just doing me. I'm in school right now, working on my master's. I go to the podcast. Destiny, I go to her karaoke's. I'm doing me right now. So he has told me
life.
He's called me several times when I was in Destiny's karaoke. I'm like, I'm in karaoke. He's like, okay, do you? I'm like, okay, thank you.
I like that. I do like that. Yeah. Adrian, let me ask you, are you in a relationship? Are you seeing someone? Are you dating?
Oh, I damn sure am not. In this panini, absolutely not. So no, I was single before the pandemic, but yeah, I don't know. I had like well, funnily, it's almost like I saw like the pandemic coming, I guess, because I had like a brief period of thottery, like around like December 2019, starting from my company's holiday party. And up until like February, I was just kind of like, playing the field, like,
Yes. Thottery, I like that.
Yeah, like, no shame in the game, man. Like, I'm a single lady, so
that sounds fun.
Yes.
It wasn't crazy or anything. Like, I had like 3 minor hookups, and then the pandemic came, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm glad I got that in. But yeah, no,
system.
Yeah. No, I hooked up with someone that I didn't have, but it was great. It was I had no regrets, and then one time I met some girl in a bar. She's like, I'm taking you home. I'm like, I guess you are. That was a thing that happened. Had a full-blown one-night stand with some chick. I mean, we're friends on Instagram now, but like that was like, it was still a one-night stand.
I'm with it.
Yeah, like hooked up with another dude, and then that was basically it, honestly. And then like I was kind of dry for the whole pandemic, and honestly, grateful for the reasons that T is saying, honestly, because that's one of the I'm thankful for a lot of things like during this pandemic, like, I'm very blessed in a lot of ways. But one of the things that I was really thankful for was the fact that, I'm so glad to be in my apartment by myself.
By yourself. Exactly. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know it well. Like, it's a beautiful benefit.
Lonely on this side, and it's like, yeah, you say you're lonely, but think you clearly don't have kids, and like, like there's like a lot of factors here where it's like, right. Until like you have someone up under you on all the time, where there's So yes, yeah, I'm saying
I would like to see T's dynamic to see what it's like.
See, just put him outside for a night.
Okay, he on the balcony right now. That's where he needs to stay.
Where's he at right now?
Right, so I can talk my shit right now. Y'all know when he come back in.
So and that brings up I'm glad you said that, Adrian, because that brings up a good question. Do you ladies think that it's still acceptable to be a single woman in America and live a single lifestyle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like more so than ever now, honestly.
Right.
Because of the pandemic, or?
No, just in terms of like general women empowerment. I think people are more about women doing their thing, like, and we already.
I think when you get in a relationship, when you're in a relationship and you get out of that relationship, it kind of gives you a different mindset, meaning, I'm with this man, now we're no longer together, now I have my freedom. So I think, there's a lot that's involved with being single today, in today's world.
Yes.
So I think that's like, so there's also another layer to that question, right? Like, I think it's acceptable for women to be single, right? But I think there's also certain stigmas about that, like how she chooses to be single, it's different. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, it's cool. Yeah, you can be single, of course, live your life. But it's like, if you're going out, having thoughtscapades, like, some of us like to do every now and then, that's when the judgy claws come back out again. We go back a few decades where it's like, oh, she a hoe. And it's like, no, I'm single. It's like, nah, no, it's like, I'm minding my business. Why don't you mind yours, kind of thing? Like,
What's the problem?
Be single.
Isn't it funny? I just want to say something. Isn't it funny how when we were younger, we were being called hoes, and now that we're older, no, I'm single.
Okay.
Is it the same thing though? Can you be single without being a hoe?
Yeah. You're not.
I don't believe in being a hoe. That's the thing. I don't know what that means. Exactly. Being a hoe. Okay, because this nigga, this man right next to me, is doing the same thing.
Right.
Like,
yes.
We just abolish, because I'm using the term thought in a loving, endearing way, because
we definitely think
like take the word back kind of thing. But it's like define being a hoe. Like what does that even mean?
What is it? Right. What is a hoe? What is a hoe?
Like what is a hoe? And even if it's a thing, it's like what? Does it concern you? If it's not your life, is kind of where I'm at with that. So
when someone says hoe, I'm thinking of a gardening tool.
And that's
what you think of? Okay.
As you should, Renee.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. Okay, so do women still need to be married today to be considered women of virtue or honest women? Is that still a concept? Honest women? Married Susie Homemaker.
No. No, you don't have to be married. T's not married.
Marriage really doesn't mean much nowadays.
Right. Exactly.
I was going to say that. I'm like,
let me ask you something.
Tax benefits, what the F?
Does any woman here want to be married in the future, or they have plans? You going towards marriage, or?
Well, I could say I've been married. I'm in the process of a divorce, and I would love to get married again.
Oh, you would do it again? Okay.
Yeah, I would do it again.
Yeah.
Because the first time I did it, it was because I have two brothers, and neither one of them got married. I did it just to find out what marriage was about. And now I know.
That's a huge leap just to find out.
Yes.
Well, you know, my mindset was far beyond the type of person that I was at my age. I always had an older mindset. So because my two brothers didn't want to get married, and to this day they're not married, I said, you know what, let me get married. I just want to see exactly what it is. But at that time I was in love with my husband, and we were, you know, in love with each other in order to get married. So now that I've lived through the marriage, I can actually see what marriage is all about. And yes, I would do it again.
So for the most part, you enjoyed marriage. Okay.
Yes, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay. Would you want to get married, Adrian? Or are you looking forward to that?
The future? Would I get married? Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Is it something that, is it like a goal that I aspire to necessarily? Not so much. It's kind of like relationships with me. It's like, are relationships cool and fun? Yeah. Right. Is it something that I go out and pursue seriously? Nah, not so much. I mean, I feel like kind of if it's going to happen, it's going to happen kind of thing. And I feel like the same thing with marriage, right? It's like, you know, I'll know the one when I see him. Or when you know, that kind of thing. So we kind of rolling with the punches. But yeah, marriage sounds awesome. Like, you know, like, why not?
Yeah, definitely. T, would you?
Wait, with 2 bedrooms. With two bedrooms.
Okay. 2 bedrooms.
I can stay in the same bedroom.
No, I had 3.
No, we can stay in the same bed. We could have, you know.
Like I Love Lucy.
Come visit. Like come visit. I'll see you. Yeah, come visit.
I had 3 bedrooms. So when me and my husband didn't get along, he went into the other bedroom.
Really? Y'all are really putting these men in the other room?
Yes.
I don't think I could do that.
Look, if we ain't getting along,
yes, you can. If they're getting on your nerves, yes, you can.
Exactly.
I don't want to be too separated from my penis.
No, but you have the choice. I'm saying we both have full-size bed. We can make the choice if we want to sleep together tonight.
Exactly.
It's not like every night you go here, I'm going over here. It's more like, I kind of want to sleep by myself kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
You know?
Okay, I ain't never been that mad, but I get it. I get it. That's bad.
Everybody's comfort, man. Like, because y'all are going to drive each other nuts.
Right.
That's just me.
Right. See, now, so you would want to get married?
Yes, that's definitely a goal in my life that I want to. Yeah, I want to see what that's like. I want to get married. I want a big wedding and all that.
She's like me. She want to see what it's like.
Is there a time limit on these marriages? Like, you know, like I want to get married in 5 years or 10 years, or do women do that?
I don't think so.
If I'm in a relationship, I'm thinking, all right, I'm not about to be boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, forever.
Seriously. Yeah, I agree with that though. If I'm
single, then you know it's whatever. But it's a timeline, and when you're in a relationship.
Right. Nah, I feel like 2 years is what it is. It's like I feel like after 2 years of dating someone, it's like if you don't know then you ain't never gonna know, and you ain't never gonna do it. So now y'all need to redefine your relationship and what you're looking for, because you're dragging ass now.
Right.
I'll be listening, Marielle. We dropping some gems.
It don't take you that long to make up your mind.
I got like 5 questions I'm ready to fire off at y'all.
Get him.
All right. We bring the questions to you, huh?
Yes, I can't wait. All right, they coming. Now, this is the part where I was reading, because I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of Googling, I do a lot of researching, right? I was reading about Black women and the dangers of pregnancy that's been happening lately. And as a woman who has no children, but would like to soon, I wanted to ask y'all, why is it so dangerous to have a child now? Like, as in surviving childbirth as a Black woman? Why is it so hard for us to have children now?
Oh, you already heard me speak on this. I'll let somebody else have that one.
Yes, no, speak. I want y'all to go into it, because this will help me out.
Yeah. Well, I have no kids because I was unable to have kids. So I can't even answer that question.
Okay.
I mean, I can't answer it personally either because I don't have kids, but just statistically speaking about what I know about the world at large is that, they don't give a fuck about us. So the dangers are that as a Black woman being pregnant, they don't care about you. Okay. Like they don't care about you or your concerns or what you say.
Yes.
So the complications that can happen, and there are complications, like, we're a modern society and we have modern medicine and stuff, but still things can happen. And when you have doctors or people telling you, you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't know your body or what you're feeling, like what you're saying, it's like, no, that's normal. And that's how you get those situations where, and it seems to only happen disproportionately to Black women, because for whatever reason, people just don't seem to listen to us when we have stuff to say, and it winds up getting us killed.
Yes. And it's happening a lot. Like Serena Williams had an experience with it, where she almost passed away. I don't know if it was that bad, but then also Judge Hatchett's daughter-in-law, somebody actually died.
No, wait, I don't know about this. Wait.
Yeah, she sued. Like, it was a really big deal. And it was, again, like you were saying, Adria, they didn't listen to what the women were saying. And then they fell in the danger zone. So it's like, it's almost
familiar. Can you tell me what happened with, what happened?
It was, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I was reading a little bit on it. I didn't really go into it, but some type of way she was saying that she was in pain, and also her man was saying, look, like, something's wrong, it's not right. And I definitely want y'all to go research it, but the lady ended up dying.
Yeah, and that's always a sad story, right? You have to hear from these poor, sad Black men about how, like, hey, can you help her? Hey, how
to advocate for us. Yes.
Nobody ever comes, and now you have your girlfriend, wife dying from something that
that was normal.
Never died from in the first place, not in this century anyway, because they didn't listen.
Yes, and these are healthy women. Look at Serena Williams. She had an issue where she was having a lot of pain, and they didn't listen to her. And she really stepped up and was like, look, something is wrong. And then I guess because of celebrity status or whatever, they started to listen, but they had ignored her too.
And it's like, even as a celebrity, right? That's the sort of, she had to throw her muscle around that.
Yes.
Even being a celebrity, like, that didn't mean anything. So
it's crazy. Like, and let me ask you, because I had a couple of questions.
Get a doula, girl. Don't go to these hospitals. I'm telling you, these white doctors don't care about you. You better get yourself a Black doula. Do something.
Yes.
That's crazy. I had a child at a young age. I was 18. I just graduated high school. And the doctors were just, treating me like I didn't know nothing.
Really?
Trying to talk to me like I was just ignorant. Like, my mother had to really vouch for me because I'm only 18. I'm scared, and honestly, I didn't know much. Of course, there wasn't a plan to get pregnant, but the doctors treated us like trash, beginning to end. Every visit, just looking at me, telling me anything, not allowing me to really ask questions. Just take these vitamins, you're good. My mother had to really fight for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
She would go back and forth with these doctors.
They were probably judging you. They were probably passing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
As
definitely.
a young mom, it's like, yeah, oh, and
Right.
she's Black and she a young mom too.
Right.
You're a doctor. Do your actual job.
Right.
Yes, because it's almost like a catch-22 because, like, you know, you say you were young having a child. Now I'm way over the age to have children, and they will look at me funny. You know what I'm saying? Which is my next question, because either you want us young or old. Which one is it? I don't know. Okay, are women still looked upon as unwanted, malfunction, or even barren if they don't have children by a certain age?
I don't know. I don't know if those are the assumptions that people come to. Like if a woman doesn't have children at a certain age, I don't think they assume that maybe she can't have kids or anything. I think they assume that there's something emotionally wrong with her. They assume she must be crazy. There's obviously something wrong with you. But not necessarily in the physical sense of like there's actually like, you know, you can't
she's a bad person.
Which is fine, by the way. It's like that's how it is.
And then you have a lot of women that don't want kids.
And there's also that's not the conclusion that most people draw. Nobody ever goes to the like, yo, maybe she don't want kids.
Right.
Her life.
Right.
But they always want to assume it's like, yeah, there must be something wrong with her.
Every time,
Yes.
That's like the same question. That's like well, why are you single? Which is the dumbest question.
Yes.
Yes. I hate that.
People love to ask you that.
It's like, why would be? Yeah.
Why are you?
Right.
Yes.
Why are we having this conversation?
I hate that.
Because there's no answer.
Yes. Yes, it's like, and I really had questions on that just to see what women were thinking about that, because I get asked that question all the time, like, why don't you have kids? Why don't you have kids? Right. And it's just a thing of, you know, and a lot of times my answer is, because God's still working on me. I'm gonna get there. Like, you know, what do you actually say to that? Like, you know,
I feel like that question is borderline inappropriate.
It's invasive.
You know, to be asking someone that, like, why aren't you married? Why don't you have something? That's almost inappropriate.
It's your business.
Like, you might get fussed out if you ask.
Right? Why is it your business? Why is it any of your business? Mind your own business.
And it's not better.
Yes.
Depending on who asks, not like, if strangers asking or family asks you, it's offensive.
Yeah,
no matter who it comes from.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very sensitive.
Married, like, no,
yes,
it's
all about mind your own business. Mind your own business.
Like minding your business is free. People just won't do so.
They will not do it. Yeah.
It costs absolutely $0 to mind your
business.
Exactly. Yes. Which brings me to mental health, because it is a sensitive topic. But can we talk about women and mental health? Yes, and it's a really big issue, and I don't think it's addressed in our community at all. I just had a couple of questions. I wanted to know, how can women deal or strengthen their mental health better than they did in the past? Is regular therapy now acceptable in the Black community because of the pandemic?
I don't think it's acceptable, but you should do it if you feel like you need it. Especially, I mean, I feel like, well, technically, I don't have a therapist, but I should. Okay, I've been shopping, but I mean, but the fact is, it's like, I still feel like there's a stigma in the Black community about therapy, and I'm saying this as someone who, like, just in passing said like a throwaway comment to a relative, like, I think, you know, like what I just told you, like, I'm shopping around for a therapist, and they're like, therapy. Like they had that body, that visceral body response, like, therapy. Like, you crazy? Like, what you need a therapist for? You crazy? You losing your mind? It's like, seeing it's still, that thing is still there. That
right.
Like, I know that now it's a little more accepted, more Black people, thank God, with our trauma.
Yes.
Therapy, but there's still that underlying thing, especially with people that just don't get it. Like, honestly, especially people that have their own buried trauma. More, that's really what it is. People have their own buried trauma, and they're like, looking at you crazy for wanting to fix yours.
Yes. Because they, you know, it was a thing where I was reading that they didn't do that back in the day. They took it to God. I'm like, well, if therapists are available, why can't we take you to the therapist? Mm-hmm. You know, like myself, I have a high-powered job where I do quite a lot. It's a lot of stress. Yeah. You know, then I took on all these other jobs, you know, DJ, podcast host, you know, clothing designer. I'm doing everything. So guess what? Jay has a therapist. Like, and At first I had a white therapist, and I felt like she didn't understand me or understand what I was talking about. So didn't I go and get a black sister? And that's who I talk to now. When I tell her about certain things, she understands exactly what I'm talking about. And she knows how to diagnose it. She knows how to tell me, to do exercises and stuff like that. And it's helping, because I used to be a terror. It's helping. I'm very slow to anger, but it's there, and it's so much better now. I would advise anybody that has, any type of issues, trauma, you might want to see a therapist. And I choose to tell people, but you don't have to. That's something you can keep to yourself. Only you and your therapist know what you talk about. Right. And I think, for everybody at YouTube that will see this video, if you need help, and a lot of times we know that we need help. Right. If not, people are telling us, you crazy, something wrong with you. Right. You need to fix that. You might want to think about that and just go see a therapist. And again, I, like you said, I don't think it's that acceptable either. And that's a shame, because a lot of us do need help. Especially, do you think the pandemic made us need more therapy?
Yeah. 100%. Yes. Like, people probably need therapy more than ever right now. Okay,
this is a lot to take in for people. Losing jobs, all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Yes, the stress level is on 1,000 now. Yeah, because you don't know who you can touch, who you can breathe around. It's it's a lot. So it's and let's say you had a job where you were around a lot of people. I work in travel, so it's like it's. I don't know who's who or what they got. So, it's hard. So definitely, I think it's acceptable. Right. And I wanted to ask y'all, that's the only kind of question I had on the mental health. Let's talk about something else. Let's get a little deeper. Are you ready?
Are we?
Shoot. Okay. Since we're speaking of the pandemic, if you do believe in a higher power, as in God, has your relationship with God or whoever you pray to gotten stronger or weaker while experiencing the pandemic?
That's a good question.
Well, I've always been on a level with God, so I can't even say it got bigger or lesser, because, I've always had that relationship with Him.
Same.
Okay. Yes, has it changed anything, or?
No, I just listen, when God speaks, I listen. And it's always been that way. So it's like I said, nothing has changed. It hasn't gotten any better or worse. It's just the level that I deal with my Lord at.
That's the level where I'm aspiring to, because I'm still growing in that respect. So for me, Destinee, the pandemic did actually help my relationship with God, because honestly, I'm spending a lot more time with Him now. I'm working from home. Right. I mean, I have a lot more time to myself, especially when the pandemic first started, those first few months.
Yes.
Really kind of transformed my brain a little bit. Where it's I was able to be in the space that Renee was in, where it's I'm able to listen. Because I'm hard-headed. I have to learn the same lessons a lot, and God teaches me the same hard lessons all the time, but it's a little less difficult because my ears are more open, because there's less noise.
Yes.
It has gotten better for me.
And is God more significant, or whoever you pray to, is that more significant now because you're a woman, or is just in general? Do we think that God is more significant because women go through? Do we feel like women go through more?
Yeah,
I always say that, but I don't want to.
That question coming from? Yeah, that question is coming from somewhere. Yeah,
because I feel like women go. But I don't want to say that. And
women do go through more than men.
Absolutely,
we definitely on a daily basis. Yes,
right. Not a question.
Okay, let me ask you: is it more important to have religious beliefs or high power to follow in today's society? Let's say the pandemic didn't happen. Would it still be more important to have religious beliefs, or
I think
it doesn't matter?
It all depends on the individual. I have to say that, because I've always been a child of God since I was 5 years old. I was going to church. Okay. So, to say that you shouldn't have a relationship with God would be the wrong thing to say. Me personally, yeah, everybody should have a relationship with God. Okay. Every single human being.
Ideally,
but, you know, right. But I'm not the one to judge that.
Right. That was a good answer.
I like it.
For real.
Did I take y'all to church?
Okay. Let the church say.
That's the word. For real. That'd be me every day. It's like, damn, I wish people knew Jesus because, woo, my life has gotten so much better. Right? You're like, my career, clear my skin. You know, like it's just better. And it's like, yeah, but like you said, it's not your place to judge, and it's not
right
either sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Unless people are ready to listen, it's like to a wall.
Like,
you have to talk to receptive vessels.
Right. Yep.
So.
All right, now we've come to the conclusion. I have 3 very important questions I wanted to ask, like very important. And the last one y'all really gonna have to think about. But let's talk about the first one. What is life like after the COVID pandemic? What have you learned or plan to do differently from now on?
Wait, pause. Who said the pandemic was over? I like how you said that. Like, so now that COVID is over. Like, wait a minute.
I mean, because the vaccine is kind of here, and they said the vaccine is gonna soon make COVID seem like the flu. Like you get it, but we got something for it. It's not like it was like when they first started.
But we
kind of get into life after the pandemic, kind of.
But that's
because they keep
literally. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Renee. I'm sorry.
They keep finding different versions of the COVID.
That's true.
Different strands.
That's the only thing.
Like every time one strand closes, another one opens.
That's true.
Yeah. And
so what would life look like after COVID for y'all? Let's say COVID was ending. Let's say the pandemic, or when the pandemic ends. What does that life look like to you ladies? Like, what did you learn, or are you planning on changing anything or doing anything different?
Personally, at my age, I'm like on a stable level, so I can't even answer that question because my life is what it is.
You go with the flow.
Exactly.
I get it.
The life for me, I'm trying to work for myself. This pandemic has taught me that you can lose your job in a second.
Yes.
I work at a law firm, and fortunately, I'm one of the ones who've been there the longest, but I've seen people, drop like flies. They had to, let people go due to the pandemic. So, that just goes to show you got to have a backup plan. You need to be out there working for yourself or doing what you have to do, because these jobs will, I've seen people get dropped just like that.
Slap you in the face in a second.
So that's what I learned. I'm trying to work for myself, make my own money, and not have to, depend on a job, because you never know what anything could happen. We expect this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. This hit us like a ton of bricks. We never expected that we was gonna, nothing, no disease or anything. In my lifetime, has ever been this serious. I could be wrong because it's not that old.
In my lifetime, it's never been this serious.
Yeah, never. This is a little much. Like,
That's what everyone says. It's like, we've never seen anything like this either. You talk to people that are 70, 80, like, no, we ain't never seen nothing like this.
Right.
But then there's a first time for everything. Just remember that.
I hope it's the last.
You never know.
And when this is over, something else may come out of the woodwork.
That's true.
Roll with the punches.
Exactly.
It shows us we can get through anything, I guess. I guess. Okay. And my next question is it really in women's, or more importantly, Black women's DNA to survive?
We survivors. We'll fight.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're strong. We're built to, survive.
We absolutely are built to survive. And what's so funny and sad about that is the fact that, yes, that is so true. And yet, like you said earlier, that's what's used against us. That's why people don't listen to us when we say there's pain or that there's something wrong with us, because I feel like people know that about us, that we're strong, that we'll get it done, that we'll survive. And because of that, people feel like they don't have to care about us or take care of us. And it sucks. Like, you know, that we always kind of feel, I feel like we as Black women always have to rise to the occasion. I feel like we're always having to rise to the occasion for everybody else. Like, why the F do we always have to do all the freaking heavy lifting?
Right. We have to be.
Like, I'm glad that we're resilient that way, that we're built strong that way. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'm glad for that. But there's a double-edged sword to that too.
Very true. And I also wanted to re-ask this question because we have different people up here now. And the answers I got before were great. Here it is, ladies. Why do women feel like they have to compete against each other? Why is there very limited unity in the Black community? You know, did that answer change or?
Yeah, my answer stayed the same. Tiana wasn't here last.
She wasn't. Yeah, I know. I was looking at her too. Like, you
I left early last week.
Why is it so hard for us to support each other? Like, what is that about? Like, why are we always competing with each other? Or it's almost like the crab in the barrel mentality.
I feel like it's more of that than competition sometimes. It really is more of a crab, which, I mean, I guess you could say that is competition, but like, it's not the same thing, actually. Like, actively competing with someone and holding someone back. It's like, they're two different things. Or like, you know, it's like, well, misery loves company kind of thing. It's a little, even that's different than competition, right? And
yes. And I feel like we're the only community that does that. We're the only community
that's a Black woman
not unified.
I feel like that's a Black community problem, honestly.
Yes, it is. Because when we do the men's show next week, I definitely want to ask that question. Why can't we support each other? Like, what is that about?
Like you said, we're the only ones that don't. Like, every other community does. Make sure that their own has, like, you know, you have the Jewish community, Hispanic people, Asian community, white people. Everybody else takes care of their own, except for us. At large, apparently, and that kind of sucks too. I don't know what that is, but it kind of, in my opinion, goes back to, I think this might have come up even, just back on the plantation, where they trained us to want to compete with each other, where it's like, you want to be the one in the house. You want to be the one that's treated better by massa. You want to be the one that's like, you know, that kind of thing. It's definitely trauma. Lots of trauma. I like to unpack
definitely.
That. Responsibility. But that's just my opinion.
Definitely. That's true. That's why, like, I noticed, like, even with this podcast, you know, without you guys, this wouldn't be a podcast. So I try to show so much love. I even tell, hey, you want to be a guest, you know, co-host and guest, because I can't do this alone. You know what I'm saying? And it takes all of us as a community to get this type of content out here, because people like to, how can I say, they like to shush us and silence us. They don't want us to be unified. But if we come together and stick with each other and support each other, they can't stop us. We'll be unstoppable, you know? And it's very hard to do this, especially being a younger Black female. You know, because they discredit us on every level, you know, or, you know, if, how can I
pull yourself up?
You can't be the boss, you gotta be the you know, you can't be the boss, you gotta be the I hate to say it, the bitch, you know, and it's just like, why can't I just be the boss is trying to uplift my people? Why it always has to be something else? And I'm glad I asked you guys about that, because I really wanted to know, like, what was that about, you know? And I'm glad that we have Slim here, because Slim. Yes, hey, Slim.
How y'all doing?
We're fine. We're almost to the part.
And also, wait, no, hold on. T didn't actually even get to answer. She didn't even answer the question yet.
Yes, T. Yes, T. Unmute, T. I want to hear. What do you think about that? Like, why is our community like that? Why can't we just come together and unify?
You're asking me, or you're asking one of the ladies?
I'm asking T. I got something special for you guys.
This is ladies' night, Slim.
Yes, ladies' night, Slim.
All right, bye. No,
don't leave.
Don't leave.
I'm just messing. From my own personal experience, jealousy. Like, women are just jealous out the gate for no reason, whether it's in the workplace or out at a bar. We're just quick to be jealous. We're just quick to turn our nose up versus, hey, how you doing?
Right.
Yeah, it's so hard to get like that sisterhood. That's why I appreciate you ladies, because I asked you both times to come and please talk and let's get this content out. Y'all my day ones and y'all was here the whole time. It's nothing I would not do for y'all. And I'm gonna say that on camera. So everybody on YouTube land can hear that. I got y'all back. It's nothing I wouldn't do for y'all because y'all support. And I always remember that. Always. And then, let's talk about the good side of that. Then we have women like these 4 women here, and I'm including myself in that will support and know what sisterhood is and can congratulate you and can support you and can throw your content out there and can come to every event and do things like that. So we kind of are not the norm, but I feel like we're the better or almost the best. Our community.
The best.
Yes, like give ourselves some damn applause. But and I know it's other women. Thank you. You don't get some applause. I think it's other women out there like that. They just don't get the type of recognition that they should have. So I definitely wanted to give you ladies that recognition. I couldn't do this without y'all, And the men, next week is the men's show. So everybody's watching this video, please tune in next week. Cause we're gonna get into the men's talk. We need some questions need to be answered. It's gonna be no man code. It's just gonna be me and these handsome gentlemen you see right here, Marielle and Slim, and a whole bunch of other men. We are gonna talk. Ladies, you are welcome to come. The information, everything will be under the video and everything. I really think that's gonna be a great show too. Because I think we should all be in one room just talking to each other, figuring out why things happen. Now, the $1 million question. And Slim and Mario, y'all time is coming up. I'm going to let y'all know what y'all got to do for us. This is the $1 million question because there's so many answers to this question. What do Black women want from Black men?
Damn, I knew you were going to say that somehow. Somehow I knew that question was coming.
Do we know? Can we help the brothers out that's going to be watching this video? Who got it?
Backbone. I need a backbone. I need somebody that support me.
A protector.
Right, there you go.
Provider.
I need a soldier.
The eggplant.
Yep.
You said an eggplant?
I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
I was going to say something, but I think I'll be nice and say
No, you can't say it. Not yet. Adrian, what else? What can you add? What do you want?
I was gonna steal the protection one because, like I said, I feel like we're often very undefended. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're survivors by necessity, not necessarily choice sometimes.
Yeah.
Because there is nobody else standing up for us a lot of the time.
Right.
So a protector sounds effing great, honestly. Like that is what I would love for, from our Black men. Like, yes, please protect us. Because nobody, people will disrespect us left and right, and we're always having to defend ourselves.
Yes, so, and them. We defend our Black men too.
We're defending us and you, and it's a lot for us.
Yes.
So
yes, that strength, we have to pull that strength out all the time. And a lot of times, sometimes it's not needed, but a lot of times it is. So okay. I like how you ladies answered that. All right, now men, unmute. This is what I need you guys to do. Any question that you ever had for women, any question about what you saw from us or what you heard from us talking, any question you ever wanted to ask a woman, you have 4 women in here and we have to give you honest answers. So what questions would you have? You can have more than one. Marielle, Slim, what questions?
Marielle said he had some queued up already. I want to.
He had about 5 of them.
I have like 7 questions.
Okay.
I have like 7 questions.
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna start off with like the not so difficult one. Okay. My first question is, how important is the proposal and the ring to y'all?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question.
That's great. Yes.
As somebody who's been married, I feel like you should answer first.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't wiggle out of that, Adrian.
Well, my husband proposed to me in a way that I don't think anyone should ever be proposed to.
Okay, please, sis, please.
Yes, I want to hear that.
Okay. My grandmother had just passed away. A week later, my husband and I, we were arguing, mind you. And I was sitting on the couch and he was standing at the end of the couch. And he goes, "Do you want to marry me?"
What?
Meanwhile, I'm mad at you. Why are you asking me to marry? But I told him, yeah, because we were together for a few years before that.
Yeah, but
yes,
I'll marry you.
That's like super strange. Wow.
That's what I said. Like, okay, that's the way I got married. But as far as a proposal in a ring, if that was my first marriage, I would say that would be very, 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 very nice. A very nice thing to do for me, to show me that you really love me, to present me with a ring. That would be like the utmost to me, if that was my first marriage.
Okay.
I agree. Like, I mean, okay, so the proposal doesn't have to be like, I mean, I don't expect you to like rent a plane necessarily, you know, and do the whole like marry me in the sky type of thing, but it's like, I want a little more effort than what was described.
You know what? Not to cut you off, but he did say he wanted to marry. We took a cruise right after, and he said he wanted to marry me on the boat, but he proposed to me before we got on the boat because my grandmother had passed away.
Oh, okay. So you did get like you got a second real proposal afterwards, right? Like
get it
on the boat.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the important thing. But no, I feel like I don't think the gesture. Yeah, I'm not sure how big the gesture needs to be. I'm not sure how much that actually matters, honestly. Sincerity of the proposal, timing. I feel like timing is more important than anything because as someone who has been proposed to before, I feel like timing is where men fuck this up the most. Like, I mean, just based on like, listen to what you just heard. Like, it's always a fucking timing issue where it's like, why now?
Why couldn't you wait till we finish your argument?
Like, where it's just not good timing. And a lot of times, and it's funny because one of my proposals was when we weren't really doing too great. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, we're kind of on the rocks right now. So you're proposing to me because you think that's going to fix it.
Yes. And
I don't understand why you would come to that conclusion, like that would be the fix. It's kind of like, let's have a baby together. We're all fucked up, but like, let's have a baby because that's like what I did. Like, why? It just doesn't make sense, but it happens for some reason. So I would say timing is more important even than the even gesture or proposal, or if you even have a ring, honestly, I don't give a fuck. If we're in a great place and we're in a place where we're connecting and like, it seems this is who you want to be with. You know you want to marry this person and you're getting the vibes from this person that they want to marry you to. That's the other thing. It's like you have to be able to read the person that you're with. Like, why would you even propose to someone if you're not sure that they'll say yes?
Right.
That's the thing that freaking kills me. People put themselves in these positions and then it becomes the burden of the person being proposed to when it's like, why would you even put me in this position given where we were before this?
Right.
Like, you know, so that's kind of where I'm at with proposals.
Okay. See, I'm not sure you heard the question.
I did. I don't really have a preference as to how you propose. My only thing is I just hope you ask my parents prior.
Right.
Oh,
that's good. Just make sure my parents approve.
That's so traditionally cute. I love it.
That's right.
I didn't say that because I'm like, if you're gonna buy me a ring, I'm serious.
That's the only thing I ask.
Gotta get dad's approval.
Like,
yeah,
because dad gotta give you away.
That I like that. Me, I'm a little different, y'all.
What you want? You want a helicopter in the sky?
Yeah, you know this going sound very, very slim, but I'm going to need you. I'm gonna need you to make me feel like the most important woman in the world. I'm gonna need Jodeci playing in the background of 50 Cent rapping, because you know that's my fantasy, man. I'm gonna need you to pull the birds, white doves. I'm gonna need a ring that make everybody be like, wow, now that's love. Like, I'm gonna need some things. I'm gonna need the feel. I'm gonna need you to get on your knee, one knee. I'm gonna need that. It got, I'm all visual. So I need to see the effort. I need to see that if I don't say yes, you're gonna die. Like, I need to feel that.
She's trying to kill people.
Yes, I need that. I even need you to shed a tear. Can you shed a tear for me?
You gotta cry too. Damn.
Well, you can forget about all that, Destiny.
Exactly.
In these days, ain't doing all that.
Exactly.
And he gotta cry.
Keep dreaming, sis.
She got to keep that in her fantasy.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
I want it to be a proposal where people want to actually take their camera phones out and videotape it. Like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Like,
what if he's not proposing? You want to, so that means you don't want a proposal by yourself. You want people around.
I want people to see this, that you love me. I want people to see
you're taken away from the,
like, take me somewhere where it's a lot of
moment.
People and propose. Like,
this is on the promenade.
And for the ring,
now the ring
I do this thing, right?
The ring is important. I'm not gonna lie, the ring is important. If you're gonna give someone a ring, you got it.
It got to be
that was another proposal I got. The ring was
yes, because I don't want a man to pick my ring out. I want to pick it out first.
Either you pick the ring, or like I said, ask my mama. I don't trust you. Okay, I don't trust you. So that was it. It's like, even if I was in the place to say yes, what the fuck is this? Like, what?
Yeah, like, I'm like, really? Like, this is what you want me?
This too.
But then you know what?
Like, yo.
But then you know what you're doing? You're not showing your love to him. He made the effort.
No, he didn't. I promise you. You didn't see the ring.
Men know what we want.
You didn't see the ring.
Yeah, but what if he ain't what if he don't got that kind of money?
He had it.
I'm just
he
saying.
had the sense though.
Because
he probably shouldn't be getting married then.
I didn't get
a diamond ring. You can't afford a good ring. You can't afford me.
I didn't get a diamond ring because I knew the position that my husband was in when he bought me a ring.
That's different.
So I understand that part. I'll take what I can get as far as the ring, but I want. And I'm going to be looking at you real crazy.
So wait. How do we
the diamond ring can always come later, but I mean, if you don't have the money right then,
we get married later.
That's totally fine. Like, then don't. I would prefer the empty box proposal to that, honestly. I know that's a controversial thing where it's like, I can't afford the ring that you deserve yet. Y'all ain't never seen no movies and no TV yet. Like, where it's like, okay, I would rather
turn that movie off.
But see, the thing is, you have that person.
Like, it came out of a supermarket.
But
like,
you have that person right in front of you.
Thing.
You have that person right in front of you, so you already know their scenario. So it's not like, you don't know what he may be going through. You don't know. You already know. You know his finances at that point in time, and he just wants to come to you and say, "Hey, baby, you know what? I think get down on one knee. I want to marry you," and hand you a ring. You gonna tell me? You gonna tell him no? You don't want that ring?
Like I said. Okay. Now we weren't. Like I said,
now, that would be mean. That would be mean. I wouldn't do that.
But we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
what I do is, like, if I have a boyfriend or something, we in the mall, I will walk him in the Rolex store and walk him past the rings and stuff and give him clues on what type of stuff I like. If I think that, that he may get there, and I keep doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just so you bring me anything different, then hey, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Because that's not what I do.
So for the situation, what it was like I said, we weren't in a good place, and it seemed like he rushed it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you didn't put any thought into this ring. You know me. You know me. You didn't think about anything that you knew about me or anything when you brought this ring. That's what I'm saying. It was like a thoughtless gesture. It wasn't like, I'm judging you because of the quality. It was like, you just showed me that you don't know anything about me.
So now
the ring should show your love.
You want a $50,000 ring? It's gonna take me.
No, I don't want a $50,000 ring. But you brought me a gold ring. You ain't never seen me.
It's not about the money.
You ain't never seen me wear gold in my life. You brought me a gold ring, really?
Oh, now that's something totally different.
Like, come on, son.
He should know you. He should know what you like.
Exactly.
You wasn't thinking about it. You just wanted to put a ring. You just wanted to put a ring on it. You because like I said,
maybe he got you confused with his other woman.
If he got another one, he definitely should be getting married.
That was the situation. I'm like, you didn't even buy this ring for me, is what I'm thinking. I'm like,
oh no!
You're stupid, Renee.
I don't know if that helped you, Marielle, but
yeah, we got real into that. But like, I'm just saying,
we did get into that. Like, that's a deep question. Would you have any other questions, Marielle? I know you had some more. Slim, I want you to get into it.
Wait, no second question. Let's
like,
get fun.
Slim, would you have any questions? Slim don't look happy at all.
He's meditating on the question.
I've been formulating the question while watching y'all, listening to y'all and whatnot. So I got two questions, two different scenarios, if you will.
Okay.
All right, I'll start with this one. Why have Black women co-opted the white women's liberation movement when it wasn't about her in the first place?
Oh, say that again. That was deep. Say that again.
I said, why have Black women co-opted the white women's liberation movement when it wasn't about her in the first place?
Oh. Anybody want to handle that one?
Let me frame it for you a little bit more.
Okay.
When did white women get the right to vote?
Oh, we didn't get ours until later. You know, I feel like it might have been just optimism on our part, right? Where it's like, oh, they're women too, right? Like we want to at least like, okay. I feel like it's like fighting one battle at a time sort of thing. It's like, all right.
But it wasn't your battle though.
It sure the F was not. But I can understand the optimism behind the gesture that it's like, all right, let's make it an all women thing. But I gotta push back then. Because I'm not defending, but I'm trying to like understand the logic because yeah, you're right. It's effing weird and we didn't get what we fought for. So what was the point?
Right.
And then you see things like even now where like how did Trump become president? Mostly there was a lot of white women that voted for him and didn't give a damn about us. But
before going that far.
But go back. Yeah, that's
because the white women's liberation movement was used to stop the Black civil rights movement.
Oh, yes. Because that has come up before on this podcast. Yeah.
It divided us. When we started the civil rights movement, we started it together. We had a lot of the same grievances.
That is a very good.
And then, here comes this other movement that happens to come in this time frame or shortly after to divide us. And now it's even set us against each other.
Because we are against each other. We did talk about that. We did talk about that.
Because
like even feminism, I don't think that was our movement either.
That's what I'm talking about. Right. Feminism was not your movement.
No.
Black women got their right to vote in 1921, 1922. Black women got it with black men. Was that 65 with the voting right?
It wasn't the same fight. It was a different fight altogether. Yeah.
And we're not much into it now either, I don't think. I don't think a lot of Black women are really into feminism like that.
Oh, no, yes, they are.
They are?
Because I've heard it from y'all just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, and we talked about it on the last show. We did talk about it quite a lot and what we thought.
Because there's in this podcast alone, I've heard the notes of of Black women's feminism, in behind what y'all have said. You know, like for instance, the proposal. You know, I gotta tell you, Destinee, what you said was, you know, was not cool, because you're gonna mandate my moment.
Oh, is it your moment or is it my moment?
Well, it's a collective moment, right?
Who comes across the floor to say hello first? Who's got to make the first move?
Well, I mean, in today's society, it depends. But I guess it would be the man. But isn't he proposing to me?
By and large, the men have to make the first move.
Okay.
And what, 95% of y'all won't make that first move.
Yeah, I was gonna say, has anyone ever known or met anyone who, like a woman who proposed to her husband? Like, is that, I know it must happen. But
it does, but I wouldn't do it per se. But I will cross the room and speak to you, though. I've done that quite a lot.
Yeah, no, speak to me is one thing.
That's different.
Not on one knee and present me with a ring is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that is.
No, I don't think the relationship would go right, because now if I present a man with the ring, I've taken on the dominant. I mean, I got it all. You became my woman. I feel like
really,
I run everything after that. So, you know, but I'm different. My you know, my values a little.
Wait, you said you want everything after that?
I run everything after that. If I gave you a ring.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Okay, hold on. So now you want everything after that, and you want everything during that and before that.
No, if I give him a ring, I set the tone for our marriage.
She's in charge, is what she said. She runs everything. Not that she wants everything, she runs everything. So she's in charge of everything. It's basically
she's on both sides of the table, though.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no room for a man or anybody else.
Right.
Well, if he gives me a ring, okay, then he set the tone for that relationship. You know what I'm saying? But if I do it, that is a terrible way to start a marriage to me.
But you can't dictate what ring he's.
Oh, you froze, and we were getting
dictate those things.
There he is.
So let me ask you something.
For us to choose.
So let me ask you something. If a man comes to me and he gives me a proposal and he gives me a subpar ring, and I don't like the ring, I should just accept it, because I feel
like that's a conversation we could have too, though. If you actually want to marry him, it's like, okay, you don't like the ring.
I thought the proposal was about the marriage and not the wedding day. It's not a show to for you to fill your ego on, because
it's not about ego. You don't know me. If you got me the wrong way, you don't know me, which means you're just gonna go into this marriage. You're gonna go into this marriage blind, technically. But if you don't know my style, what I like, you're never gonna know.
But that's what I'm saying. So many. It seems like I'll say many women. I won't say all. Many women appear to be overly preoccupied with the wedding and not the marriage that comes after it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, the wedding is our day.
Because if you're more concerned with the marriage, the size of the ring does not matter. You want a big ring because you want to show it off to somebody on your day.
It shows your love. It's a sign of your love. If you give me a Cuban zirconia, then you don't think that much of me.
What if I gave you a 1/2 carat ring because I want to put money into our house?
See, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest about that, and I hate, because it's gonna sound so bad, Slim, so bad. But if you are budgeting on the ring, I'm not marrying you, because I know even the house, it's gonna be a thing with the house too. You're starting off the relationship wrong in my eyes. That started off way wrong. I need you to get that right. So you're showing me where we going. We're not budgeting. No, ain't no budget.
Wait. I'm getting a house for us to live in. And I put the money aside and I went through the effort to get us a house for us to live in as husband and wife in perpetuity, long after the wedding. does it matter so much that I gave you a half carat ring for the day of?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Slim. Like,
Because
I'm gonna be honest, Slim.
If
I don't need no man that's
our,
trying to get. I need him to already have or be on his way too. I don't need you to try to get anything if you want me to be married to you. Because when I do something, I do it. I'm not trying to get anything. I'm not gonna budget on the house, just like I'm not gonna budget on the ring. Have it together when you get to me, please. And I know it sounds bad, but I'm so realistic about who I am. I need you to be figuring it out. Have it together. But by the time you get to me,
own that.
So why? So this leads into.
I'll be your girlfriend until you get it together. How about that?
This leads into my other question then.
Mm-hmm.
Then feminism is not about equality, it's about superiority.
You think it's about superiority? I mean, with me, it may sound that way. I'm not really worried about, I hate to say this, but I'm a woman. So I'm kind of worried about women. I ain't really worried about men like that. Like, y'all got your movement, y'all gonna get it together. You know, I think we deal with more, you know, on the surface than you guys do. I mean, you have a lot of stuff to deal with too. And maybe my mind will change on the next show because I can't wait to hear some of these answers that y'all going to give and stuff y'all going to talk about.
Yeah, because I'm hearing crickets from everywhere else. What song,
I'm more into the women's rights, and you know, that's what I'm more into because I am a woman. I can't really be overly concerned about men. I'm not a man. Like, you get what I'm saying?
And Destiny, this is just something I want to say to you. If you are looking for a man that already has, you may be looking for a while.
No, that's not true.
I agree.
No, right. Basically,
not true.
Keep dreaming.
I work with a lot of men that already have it.
Yeah, but
and have it for a while.
Are they available?
But you're not married right now. You're not married.
Yeah, I was just always in a relationship, so I never really looked. But I'm looking. But I'm still in a relationship. But you know, I see them. Like, you know, I may not go, but yeah, you know, it is available. And that's another thing. It is available, good available men. Women always say it's no good men.
Okay,
yes,
so
it is.
You may see them do backflips, cartwheels, and everything else. You don't have a ring on your finger right now.
You want me to go get it? It's in the back. No, I'm dead serious. You want me to call my fiance from down the block? Because that's where he is. Like, see, this is what I talk about. A lot of people don't know a lot about me. But that offer is still on the table. I just didn't take it yet.
What's next?
I have a very deep question. I have a very, very deep question real quick, though, because I don't know how many more questions I'm going to be able to get off. But this one, this one, do women feel, do y'all still feel sexualized by black men? And if so, does that prevent y'all from being sexually free?
Oh, that's
Say that again, just a little slower. Just a little slower. Say that again.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell her.
Everybody at once.
That was a great question.
No, I didn't hear the question.
I didn't hear your question. Please say it again.
You want me to say it?
Okay, I'll say it again. Okay, maybe because I'm in, yeah.
Okay, his question was, do women still feel, how did you put it? You put it like over sexualized by men.
Yeah, do we?
And does that stop us from being sexually free? That's a great question.
I got a real pushback question for that.
Good job, Marielle. Deep.
I got a real pushback for that one.
Do we feel over?
Well, women, let's answer it first because I know Slim is gonna.
And did he say it's black women or women? I forgot. What was there a qualifier on that, or did he say?
I was specifically saying
black women.
I'm specifically saying black men because I can't say white men because white men fetish over y'all. But do black men still make y'all feel sexualized?
Honestly, not personally.
Somewhat.
And if so, I don't mind, but that's a me problem. That's a me thing. Like, no.
So no, Adrian, they don't.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's a no, but it's like, do black men sexualize Black women. And it's like, I mean, maybe, yeah, but like,
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
yeah, like, yeah. I think the real issue is like, are we being judged if we decide to be sexual in return? It's like, okay, you're sexualizing us, right? So now we want to reciprocate. We want to,
prove a point.
Yeah, we're sexual creatures. Yeah. Now we're doing this. It's like, are you going to be receptive to that, or am I a hoe now? Like, it's like, what is it? I think that's the trepidation that we face, where it's like, okay, it has to be 3 months before I open my legs, and 10 dates and this before I do anything.
Yeah.
We're so afraid that 3 months that like we don't know what you're gonna do. Like if we decide to go on our actual impulse.
You'll see it when you go see it.
Right. And I love that. I definitely love what Renee T.
Just saying, because sometimes we be down, but it's like, oh, they look like, oh, you're too down. It's like, well, you just said that you were into it. Now that
I mean, some of us don't care. Some
like
of us at the point we don't care. We don't care about what men think. We're gonna do us, and if you feel some type of way, that's fine. I'm still gonna do me, because at the end of the day, I'm grown.
Yes,
I pay my own bills, so I'm gonna do what I want, dress how I want, and whatever you say, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, you still gonna fuck. You still gonna.
Well, hey,
I mean,
you know that's right.
You know.
I know that's right. I think both the ladies are right. I don't really think we even care at this point. I mean, I kind of sexualize men, so it's like,
yep,
damn right.
We put them all in the box. We put them all in the same box. We all say that they all ain't shit, and I think it worked both ways. I
I don't think it's a big issue in the Black community. I don't think so. Does anybody think it's a big issue in the Black community that like we're overly sexualized?
Not anymore.
I don't think it's an issue.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's an issue. Yeah.
I don't think we care. Like,
I think we moved past caring. It's I mean, we got so many other issues to deal with, and that's just not something that's just not that important like it used to be. Like, okay.
I'll agree with you on that. We got much bigger issues to deal with.
Yeah.
Very true. It doesn't stop us from being sexually free either. Like we just do what we want to do. It doesn't stop us.
Oh yeah. For me, I don't care. I'm
the same way. I want to do.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep on going and hold my hell up high, and it is what it is. You can love it or hate it. I mean,
yes. Renee, what do you think about it? You kind of quiet.
Look, I'm cruising right along. I'm doing me. Doesn't matter.
You don't have no opinion on that at all.
No opinion.
I think you stumped him, Marielle. I think you stumped him. This is a first.
He didn't stump me.
History.
No, he didn't stump me at all. Now I'm just listening now.
Okay.
To be over sexualized, it doesn't even sit right in my book.
Okay, and why is that?
Because I can never be over sexualized.
I get it.
Only because I can sexualize them back.
Yeah.
So, to me, over sexualizing doesn't even stand in my book.
Okay. I hear that.
50-50. 50-50, and it's going to stay 50-50.
Yeah, did I answer your question, Marielle? Like it's not an issue at all. And I think we are sexually free. And and have no issues with it. Like,
Yeah, like I will see it. Okay. All right. My next question. I think a lot of men do really want to know this, because y'all are really big on being like open communication. Tell me how you feel. No, don't hide nothing from us or something like that. But then when we know something is wrong with you, and we ask what's wrong, and y'all say, "No, I'm okay," or we're like, "Oh, we going out? Nah, go hang out." And we know that there's something wrong with you. Why do y'all do that?
That's
because sometimes it's not worth explaining. Like,
Like you supposed
how
to
I
read
feel.
my mind.
Sometimes my boyfriend just don't get it, and you shouldn't be asking me how I feel. You should already know what's going on. So if I gotta sit there and explain to you why I'm upset, that's gonna upset me even more, and it's just not even worth it.
I need to know what's going on.
That's right, my brother.
We don't know. We really don't. That's why we ask.
Y'all always tell
Y'all
us
should
to
know.
communicate.
I know.
And me explaining it is
Open
just
up and
pissing me
everything.
off.
Look at the man quiet.
I'm gonna say something.
Let the men say amen. Like, yeah, we always wanted to know that. Like,
I'm gonna say something.
like y'all be like, go out, go and hang out with your friends. Hope y'all have fun.
Y'all should know we don't mean that. And if you go have fun, it's a whole problem when you get back.
I am your fun. I am your life. Look. I'm your friend.
And they wonder why we want to be up on the corner of the house rather than in the house with a brawling woman. Okay.
Me, I don't have a problem personally with, like, when I say go out, go out and have fun. But just know, you better put some stuff on Snap, Facebook. Let me know a location, who around, who is on the corner, what's that extra plate right there. But have fun though.
See, that false feminism, thinly veiled superiority attitude. See?
I do that. I will do that. But when I say I'm all right, I want you to keep asking me what's wrong. I want to feel like you really, really want to know. It's gonna stop your day if you don't know. Like, keep going. Don't just give up. A lot of men just give up so quick.
Well, y'all the embodiment of attention seeking. Y'all the embodiment of attention seeking. Oh my God.
Your job is to dig all those piles of me saying no and get to a yeah. And then when I tell you the yeah, what you gonna do about this year? If I really tell you what's wrong,
we ain't going through all that.
That's
I'm
too.
if I
tell you what's wrong, nothing doesn't change. So I mean, what?
We ain't going through all that.
So when you come in the house, you already know all them five. Ain't nothing wrong with me. You know, when you come in, I'm gonna give it to you. Like, okay. Yes. After you didn't win the deal, all that. Yeah, this is the whole reason why I was. So the next time you'll know. See, if we keep doing it over and over and over. And every time you ask us what's wrong, you know. You done did this 5 times already.
Right. I mean, I'm not about to keep talking about it. Like, I hate talking.
You know what's wrong. You know when you say you finna go out with your friends, I'm gonna be pissed off. So why you ask? You know what's wrong. You did this already. I'm gonna explain again.
So I think the men need to pay more attention. Is that what we say?
Yeah,
pay more attention. Because you should know your woman after a certain amount of time. Right. You should know what's already wrong.
Yeah.
No, what Adrian? Okay, Adrian, say it. We say Adrian.
Adrian, I can't hear you.
No. All right, because I ain't on that camp right now. Because first of all, it sounds psychotic. First of all, and it's manipulative because first of all, you're expecting them to be mind readers. You're giving men way too much credit, ladies. Y'all need to chill with that.
Yes.
If you've been with someone for years,
that's true.
Don't know what
they should know when it went left.
You say they should know, but it's not really on them to have to figure that out. I'm saying that as someone who's naturally oblivious to certain things, and I want you to tell me. Don't make me play mind game riddle. Like, I want to know. Tell me straight out. If I ask you a question, does this bother you? And you say no, and I go and do the thing, and then you're like, well, why would you do that? It's like, you told me I could. It's like, well, no, I didn't. You should have known. How the fuck are you gonna get mad at me for that though? I'm not a mind reader.
Okay, I have to agree with you
at the same time, it's annoying answering questions that people should already know the answer to. Like, it's annoying.
Yeah, we expect them to know the answer, but they don't never know the answer. So we gotta take it as they ain't gonna catch on like that. You're gonna have to tell them directly. Which is what I'm saying. You
gotta years after being together.
No, you shouldn't do this. They do it anyway.
Have you ever been trapped in the same moment?
I can do both sides with this one. I can do both sides with this. It can be. We can win.
You gotta be on our side. It's only one side.
On the man's side, he like you said, yeah. So I just went and did it. They not thinking like she really mean no. I could watch her body language. She really mean no, but so she said yeah. I'm gonna go do it anyways, even though her whole face is saying no. I think that's like more our problem. Like, you look at my face and you know what you're saying to me is like, no. And I still say, yeah. I need you to pick up on some body language, some signals, my arrow, my hand on my hip.
Right. I'm not about to be saying ABC.
Let me know you paying attention.
Yeah, I do get what y'all saying. That makes sense.
Like we also gotta feel bad for the men, because they really most of them really be like, I didn't know.
They know.
I
They
really
just
didn't
playing
know.
dumb.
Yeah.
They playing dumb. Y'all
Tell
know.
me, baby.
And
Just
I'm not
tell me.
about to
I
be
didn't know for real.
talking.
That's true. I do get it. That's true.
They know. You learn your spouse inside and out eventually. Like, I know.
That's true.
It's
So,
not
yeah.
communication, it's dictation then.
Because, you know, when you're in a relationship, you really don't change from the normal stuff. It's always the same stuff. So I kind of see what both of y'all are saying. Like, you know, you kind of know your partner already.
Right.
Yeah. You should
what
at least.
saying, it's dictation from y'all. It's not communication.
Well, it's our form of
He gotta figure it out.
It's our lingo. So we like.
No.
You ever
But
look? You ever your
dealing-
child ever do something bad and you just get them that look and they can read? You ain't gotta say no. You just give your child that look, and they know whatever they doing.
The child, the dog, all of them.
It's kind of the same.
I'm not a child, and I'm not your pet.
The look you should know.
The
I'm
look you
be
should
telling
know.
you
Body language
ABC
you should
like
know.
you know.
I'm not your pet. Because if you give me something like that, I would do something just to spite you for disrespecting me like that.
Oh, see, now you asking for it now. Asking for the attitude for the rest of the night.
I'll rub one out because this is champagne of champions. No.
So then, man, was there any more questions? Did we help you out a little bit with like some of the answers?
No.
They probably over us. Like,
Look,
fuck
he didn't even
y'all.
understand us. Look, he still ain't understand us, ladies. Look.
Slim, no, Marielle, no, we didn't help y'all at all. Like,
no.
Is it always gonna be that we don't understand each other? Like,
y'all are definitely from Venus. Y'all are definitely from Venus. Like, hands down.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mario. They definitely from Venus. Yep.
Definitely.
Are you guys single, married? What's y'all status?
Oh yeah, okay, yes.
Who are we getting an opinion from? A single man or a married man?
I'm not married, but I'm definitely in love right now. So I can say that.
That's what's up.
I like that.
Slim, I'm assuming you single because you be tripping sometimes. I'm just messing.
No, you can't just say that and let that fly. No.
Just messing.
Take that one down. Come on.
You single or what, Slim? I just want to know.
No. You answer the question with a question. I want to answer because.
Wait, I'm back in time.
Messing. Look, save me, Adrian.
We
You just want to know if
single in a relationship. Because they said they didn't learn anything from us.
Right.
Whoops. So we trying to figure out, if they're single, if they're in a relationship. Because guess what? If y'all in a relationship, y'all women probably think the same way we think.
Yep.
I'm going to ask all these questions. I'm about to ask the exact same questions.
Yeah, so, we helped you out. So Slim, are you single? Are you dating? Or are you in a relationship? What's going on?
Uh-oh. Entanglement?
Look, right.
Entanglement. Is it a BDSM entanglement?
What?
Huh?
What was that, Adrian?
I said, is it a BDSM-ish entanglement, or is it a regular entanglement? He had the crop in your hand already. I asked
what is going on?
Wait, what?
He's always ready. He always goes.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yes, the BDSM. Okay, because most of the ladies up here are recurring. You can always see them on my podcast. They're always beautiful. They're always very opinionated, very insightful, and very helpful, very intelligent. I have done shows on BDSM, on polyamory. You have to go back and look at those shows. You will also see Slim. Slim is a very permanent fixture in these podcasts too. Slim lives a very interesting lifestyle. Whoa. Everybody on YouTube, you might want to go back and see the other shows and see what's going on with Slim. He is not a boring man at all. And I think he's single. So anybody that likes Slim, get in touch with me. Destiny Jae.
I've had a slave for about 1.5 years.
Okay.
Oh, that was really nonchalant the way you said that.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of
So should I mail you a collar, Adrian? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh.
I mean, vegan leather.
Blah 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 blah.
I said vegan leather if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
What's that, Adrian? I can't hear you.
I said vegan leather if you're gonna do it.
Vegan leather?
I know that's right.
Hey, train ride to the Pink Pussycat. Hey.
Yes, and I put the link to the podcast and everything in the chat just so you guys can subscribe. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed to UNIQ XPRESSIONS Podcast, and you can see all our past videos. This show is very, very interesting. We don't have any boring moments in this podcast at all. It's always something exciting, and you get to know us a lot.
Sure.
Yes. And I think I was hoping we'd have helped you guys out a little bit more, but I guess not.
Guess
Next
y'all more
week,
confused than y'all came in.
I think so. I think they are. I think they are. Next week.
You just
next week.
Some stuff that I suspected. So yeah.
Like, damn it, y'all are as bad as I thought you were. Shit. We made it worse, y'all.
Hey. We tried.
Yeah. I'll just have to whip y'all into shape.
Oh,
wow. That's the answer.
And I want everybody that's watching this video to stay tuned, because next week we are having the men's show. So anything and everything you ever wanted to know about the men, we're going to get into all of that. All of that. Yeah. I want to know quite a lot of stuff. So I think you should tune in next week to see that show. Did anybody's mindset change anything with this show? No, a lot of people. I always ask that. Okay, well, it may change with next week's show. You may learn something. And now this is a time where we do something I call it plug talk. This is where we talk about our businesses, anything you want people to know out there in YouTube land, because this will go everywhere, I'm pretty sure. Or anything you want people to know about, businesses, anything you're doing, if you have other podcasts, anything like that. I usually start it off, but anybody, T, I know you have something going on. Mario, you do also. Let's plug it. It's plug talk right here.
Yes, let's talk about it. My name is Tiana. I go by T. I am the owner of Aura Candle Co. It's 100% all natural soy candle business. We just launched this past November. Shipping is always free. I'm actually running a sale right now. Buy 2, get 1 free for the whole month of March, since it is Women's Month. And I'll put the website in the chat. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And again, it's called Aura Candle Co.
That's all right.
Candles handmade by me here in Atlanta.
And let me tell you guys, I actually have one. It is amazing. The smell is amazing. You can actually smell it through the lid. It's really good. And I would prefer. Well, my favorite is Mystery Mix. It's a really good candle, guys.
Thank you.
It's a really good candle. I think you guys should definitely order. I think you're not going to be You're gonna like it. You're not gonna be disappointed at all.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Mario, I know you got some shows, you got some stuff. Talk about it.
Okay. Shout out to Grown Black and Poly. We have a couple of shows coming out as far as like dealing with different topics, dealing with the Black community and poly or what's sort of polygamy. So shout out to them. We also have like different events coming up. So we're trying to get stuff going and start coming out. So trying to plug that in. I'm gonna plug that in. Also, I'd like to plug in my baby's business.
Yes.
The Pink Bar. Like she has a business that's starting up now a little bit. She's also selling some products right now for them, but dealing with like adult themed stuff, do like lingerie, toys, different accessories that might come along with it. So yeah, definitely look out for that project coming out.
Okay. And what's the website? You said there was a website or?
Oh, it's in construction right now. So as soon as the website comes out, I'll definitely let you know when she has it finished.
Okay. Forward to that.
Yes, we definitely said you got to come back on a future show and talk about that.
Yeah.
No problem. And then for me, I'm planning on having a book come out a little bit towards the middle of the year. I'm coming out with an erotic poetry book, so be on the lookout for that.
Nice.
And as well, other projects. So that's me.
Yes, all right. We looking out for you, definitely. Yeah. Slim, I know Slim, you have a great business, you know.
Mine is King's Advisory Service, LLC. And it's a personal and business consulting service. So on the personal side, I repair and build your credit. On the business side, you know, it works a little differently, but to establish and develop business credit, you know, and the goal for the personal side is to get you up to like 750. The goal for the business side is to get you access to anywhere from 150 to $250,000 in funding.
Drop your link.
So
drop that link.
I'm having the website, you know, I'm about to have the website worked on. I just bought some equipment and whatnot, and I got to put in the last few pieces, like the website, the payment processing, the account on my side as well. So I'm looking forward to launching that hopefully by the middle of April. Hopefully I'll have everything done now.
Nice.
And but that's the first of many businesses that I'm going to start up. I just want to get that wagon out of the barn, and then I'll start working on the next one, because I got about 12 to 15 business ideas.
Ooh, Slim.
Definitely, yes. He's very good at what he does.
My goal is to make $500 million by December 31st, 2025.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Go.
Love it. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. And y'all know me, Destinee Jae. You know, my plug talk is always the same, because these shirts are not going to buy themselves. So, all right. I don't know if you can see it, but we have UNIQ XPRESSIONS Podcast merchandise. This is the black sleeve shirt. We also have a pink sleeve shirt, and guess what? We got the hats. I don't know if you can see that, but that's real gangsta. I don't know if you can see that.
All right.
UNIQ XPRESSIONS Podcast hats we have here. We also have that's one of my clothing brands. Renee, can you stand up, please? Beautiful. All right. Okay, this is another clothing brand I have. I know it's kind of hard to see. Stand back for me for a minute, Renee, and let's see if we can see it a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, I am the captain, owner, and CEO of something called the Lit Crew, and we have shirts. You can't really see it because of Renee's background, but that's okay. I have shirts. All these shirts. I also have hats for that too, and the bottom. So we have like a whole set. It's a set coming for these also with the bottoms.
You see it now?
And yeah, somewhere we can see it somewhere, but it's okay because we're still gonna show it on other shows. I can show it next week too. They come in all sizes, small all the way to about 3 or 4 XL. So please look out for that. I also have drinkware now. I also sell drinkware now too. I'll be able to debut that like I did last week. I'll debut that soon. Also, and just a little bit about me, I am a DJ. I am a regular DJ, and I'm also a karaoke DJ. You can, to get any of this merchandise here, you can go to UNIQ XPRESSIONspodcast at gmail.com. You can also go to uniqStarEnt at gmail.com. Unique is spelled UNIQ. That's also my business website. You can also go to my official website, which is uniqStarEntLLC.com. Also to check a couple of things out, the things that I do to get in touch with me, anything like that. We got a lot of things going on. This podcast was great. Thank you everybody for coming on. I had a good time. I learned a lot, even if the men did. I learned quite a lot.
Right.
Yes, and I'm hoping that everybody here tunes in next week for the men's show, and we will have women on that show too. We're just going to do the same thing we did on this show. After you guys talk, we're going to have some questions. No man code, no nothing. We're just going to have questions, and we're going to talk about it just like we did on this show. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Can everybody do me a favor? Y'all know what part this is, right? Everybody wave and say good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I got tons of soul, I'm a true collectible. Famous, also famous, #1 desirable. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got changes, bro, I don't care about no goal. Better, so much better, flipping incredible. Always on the show, so they know that I still got it. And I never feel sorry, yeah, on top of the world. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion.